Hello, everyone. Yep, we're having too much fun with our decks to change them. Oh. Well, and after our live stream, I went looking back through our previous video comments, and Carl Swanson, our regular rules expert on these streams, at least after the fact, pointed out that if one of us had been running things like the Hidden Way, it would have been possible to uh, do it a lot faster because like we would could have had a location in the active spot turn one with the Hidden Way. With Asfloth and Steed and Lodris, I could have potentially cleared an active location out of sequence, so we could have possibly traveled right away and completed two locations a turn. I think more what he was referring to about complete two a turn, though, is using things like Asfaloth and Legolas Hero to get the progress on either stage area locations or on the active location before the travel phase. I kept one copy in. So I was just debating that myself actually, because I really like to see Gandalf's staff first turn. We have a couple turns actually to work through. So I think I will keep this because I just need two restricted attachments in order to flip. And then ooh, that's a good point. That might inform my decision. Ooh, so with the Gandalf staff, I could draw more cards too. Arrgh. And I'm gonna mulligan this, I think, because I really want to make sure we could flip before the extra turn is up. And I've got a lot of good stuff here for Denethor and one good thing for Gandalf, but I think I think it might be a trap here. All right, well, I got a more interesting hand to say the least. But I am happy to see Ancestral Armor early, because then Denethor will be, yeah. Still got my Test of Will. Windflood is always nice to see early on, and two open the armories means that those are basically restricted attachments there as well. Nice. Well, let's see. We don't have a Harad enemies recorded in our campaign log. All right, let's stick them in the special deck. All right. Thank you. Okay. Which according to our redo is 6. Yeah, so all we've got burden-wise that we had to add in was Voice of Saruman. Yes, and True got up there already. All right, so I guess I shouldn't have buried them. My apologies. All right, so that is correct. Let's see. You still get the Gondor trait. All yours have the Rohan trait. Right. I guess there might be a case made for Esquire of Rohan to go on Gandalf since he can get ranged and attack with your characters. Well, what it can trigger for you is that if with Eowyn, you'll have the Gondor trait with Steward, and so Eomer and Eowyn questing together will trigger it. Okay, why'd those? I have no idea. Let's see if I can just throw them in my sideboard. That is so weird, 'cause I heard you earlier when we were testing.
Hello, testing. Chat, can you hear us all right now?
Okay, so I could hear you on delay when I turned the sound back on the stream.
Right, so you can still hear us.
Yeah, I can still hear you both from my headset and YouTube. I'm
Right,
not
okay.
sure if Shane has improved.
Okay, no worries. Shane, if you can get back to us and let us know if you can hear us.
Okay, I had to mute the stream so I wasn't hearing everything twice.
Yeah, sorry about that, bud. And sorry for anybody in advance who is hearing two lots of Matt. I don't have a headset at the moment for earphones, so I'm having to just use my computer speakers at the minute.
Good news is that when I had the stream on, I was only hearing myself once, so that's good.
Oh well.
All right.
Yeah, it doesn't. Haven't getting anything back yet of Shane for whether or not he can hear us yet.
Oh, good. More time for me to plan out my turn.
Yeah.
Actually, let's take some more of these and throw them in my sideboard, just so we can clean up this a little bit. Oh my gosh, why? Why?
Okay, so I think I know what I'm going to do for my turn. What have you got planned for yours?
Well, I'm thinking that right now I'm pretty well set up to get at least one restricted attachment on everyone. Get the Ancestral Armor on Denethor, play the Valiant Sword from the top of my deck on Gandalf, and give Glorfin to Windfalla, and then use one of my Open the Armories and see what I can find for a fourth one. And then maybe next turn, or so yeah, we skipped the other. Yeah, we skipped quest phase and combat phase. I guess we could. I guess during travel I could play the other Open the Armory if need be.
Yep,
As I don't necessarily need the Spirit Resource for Test of Will this turn.
sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, so then, for my start, well, let's start it would help if we actually start the game.
Yep. Oh, you know what? I don't even have to play my Valiant Sword from the top anymore. Ooh, and there's a silver circlet right there for Gandalf.
Okay, well, I'm going to start things off by spending 2 for the Steward of Gondor, and then I will spend 1 for an Armored Destroyer, because why not? And then I will give Eamar the Rod of the Steward. Sorry, Denethor, you've been usurped. And then I will also give Firefoot to Eamar as well. So that puts his base attack up to 6.
My book knowledge is rusty for Return of the King, but at this point in the movie version, Denethor's a little more concerned with burning himself in Faramir anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. Well, my plan changed a little bit because I forgot I would actually draw the Valiant Sword. So, I think I'm actually going to play the Silver Circlet from the top and put that on Gandalf. He'll be able to quest for 6.
Then hit F5.
What?
Hit F5.
Ah.
That's refresh.
That's how you refresh?
Yes. Right, okay, so what were you saying there, mate? I was dealing with a little child.
I was just saying I was going to play the Silver Circlet from the top of my deck and put on Gandalf so he'll be able to quest for 6. We'll give Denethor the Ancestral Armor.
Yep.
And we'll put Windfalla on Glorfindel. I'll do a quest for 4. And I have another Ancestral Armor on top, so I think now is a good time to go ahead and open the armory and see if I can get something I can play sooner than later. So I took my top 10. Wow, alright, 2 Ancestral Armors. Gondorian Shield, Shining Shield. Well, of those, I think the Shining Shield will be the most useful here. Do that shuffle. Next turn I get my staff. That's perfect. I will be able to flip at the end of next turn.
That sounds good, my friend.
Alright.
Okay, so we skipped the quest phase and the combat phase. So
And in the planning, we put a progress on the main quest.
Yep.
Know where to travel to.
Okay, well, I'm going to start off by spending 1, 2, 3 and giving Ancestral Armor to Erkenbrand, which puts him up to 5 defense and 5 hit points. And 6 hit points, sorry. And then that's all I can do.
Alright. Well, let's give Gandalf his staff. And you're what? Oh, you need a lot actually still to flip.
Yep. I need 3 more restricted, 2 for Eowyn and 1 for Irma.
Why don't we have you draw a card then?
Thank you. And another golden belt.
Okay, that's not helpful. Shining Shield on to Denethor. So now he's defending for 6. And Valiant Sword. Glorfindel. And let's see here. Don't really need to open the armory up again. So, I may wait on that and just see what I get. And we might as well give Gandalf his pipe. May want to flip that around later so I can play open the armory with his resource after questing. Alright, and then I believe that's going to be it for my planning.
Okay. So questing we don't do, we just...
Well, actually we do, because at the end of planning we place another progress
yes.
and we advance to stage 2.
So we do. These Harad just keep wanting to come out.
Yep. Alright. Throw him in my sideboard. Alright. So we set it as one set aside Wraith of Rings to the staging area and reveal an encounter card. So, encounter card 1, Peril Archery 1, when revealed, either deal 2 damage to a hero you control or deal 2 damage to Minas Tirith. Must have missed something with the setup. I'll put adding Minas Tirith. Is that on quest card 1? Yes. Or no, that's on stage 3. Okay, so I guess one of us has to take 2 damage to a hero, and I can do that on mine since I'm flipping my contract. Okay, and then that was the one revealed. Second card. That was my Pearl anyway. And then City Wall. Nothing we need to deal with right this second.
Okay.
So now we would discard cards until we discard an ally, but we're house ruling that, so we keep playing 3 hunters.
Yep.
And that is it for when revealed.
Okay.
Did you want to read the flavor text, Grant?
The enemy, men murmured, the dike is down. Here they come, pouring through the breaches. You've got to love the English wording. I mean, for the time, it was common practice, but I can see a lot of, if it was printed today, having a lot of politically correction needing done to it.
Yeah.
We are our own folk, men of Gondor. We're our own folk. So X is the total cost of all allies in the staging area. And what did we say we were going to do about this?
I don't remember what we decided last time we were doing about that. I mean, most allies are what, 2-3 cost?
Yeah.
You want to just call it 6?
I'd say that's fine.
I'm gonna put tokens here to remind us that's the progress we need to make.
Okay. So, questing then. I will send 4, 5, spending 1 for Irma to do attack for 6 and kill this guy off. So that's 7 I'm sending. 2, 6. No, hang on. It's 6 total because of the fact I don't have any. Yeah, 6 I'm sending.
Okay. And we've got 5 in the staging area currently.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I better send both. I guess the double click tap is no longer a thing, or my OCTGN is just being funky.
Are you talking about where you select multiple heroes and you double click?
No, even just a single card double click doesn't work anymore.
Oh, I've got the single card double click, I just don't have the multi-card double click.
Yeah, mine keeps saying line feed, system, dead chat process, I don't know.
Yeah, I've just seen that. Hey Craft, thanks for joining. Can you hear us alright? It's just that we're having a bit of trouble with my audio earlier.
Hello, please do let us know if you can hear Grant or myself, or if we're off levels. We did a little testing beforehand, but apparently Shane was having trouble hearing us earlier.
Okay, so...
Alright, I I need to update our total to 16 and raise my threat by 1 to 31. And let's see. All right. Beginning quest phase, we remove one of these, which I should have done earlier. These all got their resource. Nothing for city wall right now, so we're good to go for first encounter card.
Yep.
And it's Saruman's voice. So after win revealed, except you know what? I have test of will. And while I've got Power of Orthanc, I'd rather not remove a hero from the quest right now.
I agree, so you just need to deal with the Doom 2.
Yep, so 33. And that is cancelled. Yeah, but that surges. So, or no, it's just Peril Doomed. So
Yep.
that was a good one for me to get the Peril on.
Yep.
Alright, so card number 2 is the Siege Tower. So we've got 6, 5, 8 in the staging area.
Yep.
Looks like we're making 8 progress. Almost cleared that stage in one round.
Okay, and shall we go to the Siege Tower because it's got Archery 3?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We're not encountering the Wraiths on Rings yet.
And we've got at least 3 defenses.
Right. So we can deal with the enemy easily enough. Alright, so I need to shuffle the discard back in. Shuffle the encounter deck a couple times. Looks like we get a Mordor Orc.
Okay.
And it's just added, so that's a good one to see, so we don't have to deal with the surge.
Yep, and then we go to engagements. So I will. Do you want to take them or do you want me to take them?
I think you're better off taking him, so I guess Gandalf could kill him, since he should be ready with. Oh no, I don't have Air of Mardal out yet. Never mind.
That's just what I was about to say. How are you readying Gandalf?
I'm not. I'm forgetting. So, yep, he's all yours.
Okay. Brand defends.
Alright. What is it to flip?
Control F.
Alright. There we go.
No shadow effect, no damage. And he takes 1 point of damage from the attack back.
Oh, that's right. Arimar's exhausted right now.
Yep. Because I used him to quest and kill the guy in the staging area.
Alright. While we've got an action here during the combat phase, I'm going to go ahead and open the armory.
Sounds good.
Let's see. Armored Duster is not armor.
Nope, it is not. It is a mount. Which always...
So, it looks like I whiff. There are no armor or weapons in my top 10.
sucks when that happens.
Well, the good news now is that I shuffle my deck so I have a new top card. So I don't need the Power War thing.
Well, we'll just shuffled in Voice of Saruman.
True, but hopefully I'll see Test of Will again before that happens.
Next card, Voice of Saruman. You were saying? Okay, so next round?
Yep. Should lock Aragorn there so he doesn't build up a pile of resources. And flip my contract. Hey, there's a Raymond of War.
Yep. Still doesn't
Well, I
help.
guess.
Still doesn't help me.
Well, you got War Axe there for Awen. You just need one more, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot I had War Axe. I could have high on here one. Okay, so I think I'll do that. Just play the War Axe straight on Eowyn, then spend one. I'll play out a golden belt on Erkenbrand and spend one for Raiment of War.
Also draw a card there, Grant.
Oh, thank you kindly. Ooh, golden shield.
Hey, another card for Awen.
Now, here's a question. Because you would have told us to draw a card before I played that Raiment of War, would I have put the golden shield on Erkenbrand?
And you've already got Ancestral Armor on Urkadbrand, so you don't necessarily need the Raiment just this turn.
True enough. True enough. I don't need it on him. So,
And getting your contract flipped is always good, because then you can cancel shadows and heal.
yeah, I just need one more card for Irma, and then I can...
For some reason, I thought he had 2 restricted already, but it's just that he's got a pile of non-restricted attachments.
Yeah, and I want to actually spend 2 resources to draw a card. And I'm going to... And I can play that card because I haven't played a restricted attachment on him this round. There we go.
Fantastic. Okay. Let's see. I don't have the resource. Oh, you know what? I do have the resources for this. So I'm going to use Wizard Pipe to swap Air of Marville and Unexpected Courage. So we can give an Unexpected Courage to Amber.
Oh, thank you kindly.
And then I will play Air of Marville on Gandalf. And I flipped my contract, so I need to remember Gandalf and Glorfindel have a couple more willpower there.
Yep.
And that's it for me. My hand is empty.
Yeah, so I'll see.
Alright, so beginning of the quest phase. These each get a resource and a threat, and this loses a resource. So we're ready to commit characters.
Okay, and I'm actually going to attack with Eomat to do 4 damage to one of these wraiths.
Alright.
Thanks to intimidation, because they are not immune. Nope.
Nope, just can't have non-mobile attachments.
Yep, so I can actually use intimidation against them and target them with Eomat.
Just I think one of those things that we did last time that was like super helpful.
Yep.
Alright, we've got 7
I've
in the
got-
staging area currently. You're sending
Yep, 6.
6.
I have not yet flipped, so I cannot send more.
Yeah, I'm just debating if I want to send both Gandalf and Glorfindel, because I'm not sure that we necessarily want to advance just yet, because I know we'll get Minas Tirith and Grond and those guys into play.
True.
Or if we stall a little bit, maybe we could clear out these wraiths on wings.
Again, also true.
Yeah, so I'll just send Gandalf then. It'll make us 14.
Okay.
Card number 1, or Archer 1, so fortunately it's your peril, so you have to take 2 damage to a hero.
Yep.
And then card number 2, no one revealed, so just more threat. We are at 4, 7, 11. And we make just enough to clear out the siege tower.
Okay.
And I assume we're going to want to go to the city wall.
You may as well. Gets it out there.
Yeah. And so now we have to remember the city wall. When any damage put him in his turret, that must be placed on the city wall first. So we could actually choose, I think, the Orc of the Eye next time if we see another one.
Yeah. Okay, so engagements.
Well, the Southbound Champion is definitely coming down to me.
And I
and
will
don't-
optionally the Orc of the Eye.
Okay.
Because I can kill both of these guys.
And we have one archery, which I will go ahead and take on Gandalf.
Oh, thank you. And then shadow cards.
Yep. First player. Here we go.
Okay. Defend Orc of the Eye. Discard shadow card from Modo Orc.
So it gets +1.
No damage.
Buy that one.
And Erkenbrand defends.
And I will have Denethor defend mine. Man, I got so used to double clicking on cards. If this attack damages a hero, attach Black Dart to it.
It does not damage.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the kind of shadow I like to see.
And now Irma is attacking for 6/7 against this Orc of the Eye. So that does 3 more extra damage, which I'm using Firefoot to place on the Mordor Orc, and the Blade of Gondolin hits that. For 1 progress.
Nice. Alright,
Right,
and then...
now, if an enemy is destroyed by Firefoot with the excess damage, does that also trigger Blade of Gondolin?
So you have to attack and destroy an enemy.
Yeah, which I already triggered once, and then I used Firefoot's ability, which destroyed another enemy. Now it's...
Yeah, just reading the whole text, since it's one sentence, I think because you didn't attack the Mordor Orc, you placed the damage on it, it doesn't count.
That's fair. It's one of those rules questions that somehow I've never actually had this combination happen before.
No, I haven't either, and there was a lot of things recently when I was playing with a Strength and Courage Firefoot deck, where I was like, if an enemy can't take damage, can I still use Firefoot to place excess damage from an attack on it to another enemy? And everyone's like, if it can't take damage, I assume there's no excess. I'm like, but is there?
Yeah.
Normally it would only take like 1 damage and there's still like 6 left over. But whatever. So yeah, there's some weird interactions there. I'm not sure how to deal with.
Yeah, well, we'll just say for the sake of the video that it just counts as 1.
Very nice callback to the news there. Well done. Alright. And of true fashion to all these video playthroughs, I remember at the last minute that Gandalf gets a resource and readies now that I have Eric Mardell in play. So I will go ahead and use Gandalf and Glorfindel to attack for 7, which should deal 5 damage to my champion and kill it.
Yep.
And good news is that it did have a shadow effect, so I didn't have to worry about the additional attack.
Good job. Okay,
I'm
apparently.
first player, and I have nothing to play for.
And apparently I didn't draw a card there. And I should have... And because I was on your tab, Right. Okay, I got resources there, but I didn't draw a card for my turn. Oh no, I did. I drew a second copy of Golden Belt, a third copy of Golden Belt. But I should have played that when I attacked with Irma, but I was on your tab, so I didn't see it, so I'll just do that now. Okay, so what are you
I was
doing?
going to offer to draw you a card, but I don't think you need it now.
You draw yourself a card. You've only got one card in hand.
Yeah, it's Elrond's Council. I could play that during the quest phase and save the staff if we need a shadow cancellation.
That is also
So.
very true.
Well, I will play smart and do things that way.
Okay, first time that we've ever played smart, my friend. I'm going to spend 2 resources from Irma and draw another card. Ooh, interesting. Okay, well, I should have flipped my contract at the end of the last round, so I do that. Which means Eowyn is now up to 6 willpower. Irma is at 3. And Brand is at 4. No, 5. He's got 4 restricted attachments. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 resource and play a Rohan Warhorse onto Irma. So he's now 4 willpower. And I want to spend 2 resources and give Guthwine to Eowyn to give her another willpower. I will drop out a golden belt onto Irma. And who wants the last golden belt? Do you want it?
I won't say no.
Who do you want it on?
Way things typically go, it's probably going to be best on Denethor.
Okay, there you go.
So if I can get him with 2 armored destroyers, we'll be sitting pretty.
Sounds good. So ready to quest?
Yeah, let me give these guys their additional resources and take one off from there. Alright.
And that's another 4 damage to that guy.
And I will just send Gandalf again, since that seemed to work pretty well for us. And
Okay.
you've got your contract flipped, so now we've got 19 in power.
Did you want to use your contract at the end of last round to heal up that damage on Glorfindel and Gandalf?
Yes, I did. I was purposely delaying for that. So, that makes play mistakes, everyone. Alright, so we've got 19. It's the first encounter card. Dread and Despair. So this is my peril. Discard ally control. To lead in the phase, add 1 to the total threat in the stage area for each ally in your discard pile. So we just got the doomed 1 to deal with.
And does that hit both of us, or does that just hit you?
The doom should still hit both of us, right?
I'm not sure with it being peril.
I think peril just means that you can't, like, help me deal with the encounter card.
Okay.
But the effects are still global if they're global effects.
Okay, well if that's the case, there's 1 and there's 2 and 3 for the Saruman's voice that I didn't raise me threat on because it was peril again.
Alright, and then, second card. Ramus is breached.
Each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for an enemy and puts it into play engaged with him. Yeah, that's not too bad.
So find us a couple Mordor orcs.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be the best one. I mean, it's not even really a contest. They have Surge. Yeah, doesn't say reveal. Put into play. Perfect. Okay. Well, so
We
we
move
beat the
on.
quest by a lot.
Yep.
That was 3. We beat it by like 13. So, I don't think it really mattered how much we set the quest points at after that round. Alright. 3A. So we don't get an ally from the staging area. We add Minas Tirith, Grond, and the Witch King to the staging area.
And then we add
And
one enemy to the staging area for me.
is there yet another Mordor orc? Or do I have to get one out of the discard pile? Yeah, there's one still in the deck.
Minas Tirith has 50 health.
Beginning quest phase, forced effect, beginning quest phase. Alright, so at least I'm not having to make multiple checks for force effects there.
Nope. So, travel.
Did you want to read the flavor text?
Oh, yes. At last, the city was besieged, enclosed in a ring of foes. The Ramas was broken, and all of the Pellinor was abandoned to the enemy.
So we got, this is now a, well, quest point. Quest. We cannot travel to Pellinor locations. When an enemy is destroyed, place progress on this stage equal to that enemy's total threat. Did you want to read the flavor on that one?
Yeah. Since the middle of the night, since the middle night, the great assault had gone on. Right. Okay. So, if I remember rightly, assault is where we've got to stop them making quest points.
Salt is a new keyword that appears on stage 3B of the Battle of Pelennor Fields. It presents the Army Runner's relentless attack on the city of Minas Tirith. While 3B is in play, progress cannot be placed on that stage by player card effects or questing successfully. However, progress can still be placed on the active location as normal. So we can still travel, questing will place progress on the active location, but we have to kill enemies to put progress on stage 3B.
Oh well, it's a good job that I'm about to kill a ton of enemies then, isn't it?
Yep.
So don't forget Gandalf readies.
Yep.
Gains a
It's a
resource.
resource. Okay.
Okay, are we going to travel to Grond?
So he makes a me attack against each player.
Probably not, because I'm going to take down a few enemies this turn.
I guess you have an extra defense easily enough. These Mordor orcs don't do a ton, but I guess the undefended attack damage will go to Minas Tirith, which we don't want.
Well, I'm going to take Wraith on Wings, and I was hoping to get both the Wraith on Wings and that other orc. But it doesn't look like I can do that this turn, because I could kill all three this turn.
Alright, well then let's not travel to Grond, and let's clear out some of these enemies
Okay,
first.
well I'll take the damaged Wraith on Wings.
so you option engage that. Let's see, that one's 42. I'm not high enough yet, so I just get the other Mordor Orc.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't take that second Mordor Orc, otherwise I would have been able to kill all three.
That's okay. Gandalf and Denethor can defend both of them, and one of them will die to Glorfindel.
Sounds good. Okay, so I will defend my shadow cards first, and it's your combat.
Yeah. Why is it not giving me shadow cards?
You've just drawn 2 cards. You've probably hit Control D instead of Control S.
Alright. Oh, and I totally forgot to play my Elrond's Council. That's okay, we didn't need the progress. Alright, let's see. Try this again. There we go. Gee, I wonder what that shadow is. Okay.
Okay, Denethor, how are you going to defend yours?
Oh. Let's see, is there any shadow card effects that we've seen so far that I need to discard? Don't think so. I guess maybe the dart, but the dart is not going to do damage, so... Alright, I will have Denethor defend... Oops. The first orc. No shadow, no damage. And Gandalf will defend the second one. Either deal 3 damage to Minas Tirith or attack enemy makes additional attack after this one. Well, if it makes an additional attack, I'm going to have to take Undefended, which would only deal 2 damage to Minas Tirith instead of 3. So we will do that instead. So, additional attack, no shadow, 2 damage from Minas Tirith. Okay. Over to
Okay.
you.
Defending the Mordor Orc, discarding the shadow card from the Wraith. No damage.
So, yeah.
And then Erkenbrand defends the Wraith for no damage.
Very nice.
And then attacking back, what you got?
Well, Glorfindel will kill off one of my Mordor Orcs. He's 4 attack.
Okay, and Irma will attack my Orc, putting the excess damage onto the Wraith, killing it.
That goes to the victory display. Okay.
And Irma does not have range, so he cannot shoot your Mordor Orc.
That's alright. I will use my contract to heal a damage off Glorfindel.
And I will do the same to heal the damage off Irma.
And I will use my staff to draw my Elrond's Council.
Okay, well, I will spend 1 resource and play Song of Battle on Irma. I will spend 1 resource and give Denethor a Gondorian shield.
Ooh, nice.
I will then pay 2 for Rod of the Steward to draw a card. And there's no enemies other than the Mordor Orc to put Secret Vigil on, so I will hold for that. And that's me done.
Okie doke. Oops. I'm actually going to use my wizard pipe. Swap Elrond's council on top of my deck for staff. Leprechaun. And we will put that on Denethor because why not? He might actually get to cancel a shadow with it. And that's going to be it for my planning.
Cool.
Alright, so beginning quest phase. Remove resource from there. Give him one. Place one resource on ground. And then deal 1 damage to Miss Tirith. Discard cards from the card deck until an enemy is discarded, and we add that to the staging area. Hey, look at that. We got a Southron champion. Alright, so to you first for questing.
Okay, I will send 12 to the quest, and Irma will put 4 damage on the Wraith.
Oops. Okay. And I will just send Gandalf. Make us 20. And card number 1 is a War Rumak. Card number 2 is a Fire-Filled Trench. Ooh. Alright, so we got 6, 8, 14, 18, 18 threat the staging area. So, request successfully, Gandalf gets a resource and is able to ready, thanks to our Mardil. We don't make any progress because we have to kill enemies, and you know what I totally forgot to do? I forgot to place progress for the enemies we killed last turn.
And that was 3.
Well, it's equal to the threat of the enemies.
Alright,
so
okay.
Total threat. So we killed a Mordor Orc, a Wraith on Rings, and another Mordor Orc. So
2. Because the
5.
Wraith has no threat.
He had 3 because he had 3 resources on last turn.
Isn't it printed threat?
No, it says enemies total threats.
Okay.
So it would be 5. Otherwise, we were going to be here a long time. Okay. I guess with all the enemies we just got, do we want to travel to Bronze? Or should we go to the Fire-Filled Trench?
Probably the Fire-Filled Trench.
We don't have to engage the Mumak. Only the champion is coming down right this turn.
Right, yeah. Well, I suppose we can go to ground and get it out of the way.
Alright. Let's travel to Grand. So, which king will attack you first?
Defend.
Shadow? He's immune to player card effects. I think staff can still target the shadow card, so I will have Denethor defend and discard the shadow. So no damage. And alright, so now engagements. Did you want to engage anything else besides the champion?
No, I'll just take the champion. Because I can't exactly... no, I can't kill anything else, so... Just a champion this round.
Alright, and then I'm not engaging anything either, because I'm going to need Gandalf to defend, and then Glorfindel to kill mine. Assume Arkenbrand is defending?
No, he's just gonna sleep.
Okay. Well, during his nap, the attacking enemy gets +1 attack.
And does nothing.
And then Gandalf will defend my orc. Or Shadow. So then, assume Aemir is going to run over this champion.
Yep.
And Glorfindel attack for 4 and kill this mortal orc. And once again, I should be paying close attention. The champion is 2 threat, the orc is 1 threat, so that's 3 progress on quest. Oh, actually that 3 needs to go to Grond first.
Yeah, I was just about to say, doesn't that need to go on to Grond?
And that actually explores Grond.
Yep.
That was nice. Don't have any damage to heal, but I would like to draw a card with Gandalf.
I'll use my contract to heal up. Oh, we forgot the archery from the Mumak, which I would have taken just to heal off.
Yeah, I think between the two of us, we have plenty. So you probably could do Aemir, Eowyn, I could do Glorfindel, and we'd all heal it.
Yep.
Just to be on the safe side. Hey, Light of Valinor is coming. And my top card is also Light of Valinor. Well, I am first player, so I will play the Light of Valinor from the top of my deck.
Okay.
And my next card is a staff. Alright, well, just lots of dead draws right now. Where's the Steed of Imladris where I can pitch some of these extra cards?
Yep.
That's it for my planning.
Okay, I'm going to spend 2 resources from Roddy the Steward to draw a card. And I'll spend 1 and play out a Spear of the Mark onto Earmat. Gives them an extra willpower and an extra attack. And that's me done.
Alright, let's see here then. Beginning of the quest phase. One less there, one more there. We need God Enemy. Mortal Captain. And it's add discarded enemy, so we don't have to do the when revealed for the Mortal Captain.
Okay.
Alright, and then so card number 1, oh, sorry, characters. For 8. Are you attacking there, Grant?
I am going to attack for 8. -2 defense on the Wraith.
So that'll be 6 more damage.
Yes, it will.
Okay. Alright, so card number 1 then. Well, now we've got a Mortal Captain, we're going to deal with Peril. Put the topmost orc enemy in the discard pile and play engage with you. Well, I'm fine with just doing that.
Okay.
So, not that I do have Test of Will, but we can handle one more orc, that's That's fine. And card number 2, Shadow of Mordor. So this is doomed 1. Each player must deal 1 damage to a hero controls. Until the end of the round, treat the printed text box of each damaged character as a blank except for traits. Okay. Orphanal, you can take a damage. Alright, so we've got 6, 8, 12, 18, 23 threat in the staging area by my count.
Okay.
And I just wiped away our willpower, but we were 21, 23, so we're 2 short. Play my Elrond's Council to make us 22, lower my threat by 3. I don't think I have any other way of boosting our willpower right now. Oh, I am dumb. I had Light of Pellinor now. I should have quested with Glorfindel.
Right, let's say you did that because that is smart.
There's no reason why
No.
I wouldn't have done that.
No, there isn't. Why didn't you do that in the first place?
I totally forgot I had played Light of Pellinor. I was just so used to being like, he doesn't have Light of Pellinor yet, and I'm already approaching Valor. We don't need that. Alright, well then I don't need to play my Elrond's Council, since it'll do us no good anyway.
Well, it'll
Other
lower
than
your...
knowing my threat.
That's what I was about to say, it'll lower your threat.
But I do kind of actually want to hit Valor, because that'll boost some stats here for me.
Okay.
So we're going to leave that for now. Okay, so... we haven't canceled any treacheries, so... travel to the fire-filled trench.
May as well.
Okay, and then looks like we've got mortal captains coming down.
I'm going to optionally engage this Wraith on wings. You should have been
I
ready.
get the first captain, you get the second.
Yep.
Alright, so then shadow cards. And my defense is first. I can't cancel the shadows, so we'll just have Denethor defend.
And don't forget
Have to discard a shadow.
don't forget to ready Gandalf.
Gandalf. Thank you. Okay, and then I'd hate for one of these to end up attacking twice. It's usually, I feel like I could take an undefended attack from the Mortal Captain actually easier than the Mordor Orc. And actually, we have not been doing the forced effect on this Tirith, I think. So that's at the end of the round. We should have been dealing a damage to it for each enemy in the staging area.
Right, so it should have...
At least 3 less for last turn.
Yeah.
Probably the same for the turn before that. So at least down to 41.
Yeah, let's go with 41. Sounds about right.
Well, we haven't been on this stage that long. Actually, we've been on for 2 rounds, so that seems about right. Oh, Craft Extreme is asking if we're doing thematic style Saga. No, not really. We've just been doing, I guess, theme is 3 Hunters decks.
Or thematic, sort of, if you believe that Eowyn, Irma and Erkenbrand went all the way to the Shire before the One Ring was discovered, well, just as it was being discovered. We've just been using decks that we think are fun to play.
Alright, so, you know what, I will use the staff this time, and I'm going to discard the shadow on the mortal orcs. I don't want to steer to take any more damage if we can avoid it.
Okay.
And then I will have Denethor defend the captain. Attacking against +1. That's fine, so you won't take any damage. And then we'll have Gandalf defend the mortal orc, and no damage dealt there. And over to you.
Okay, well, I'll defend the Morgul captain with Erkenbrand, discarding the shadow from the Wraith. Okay, sorry, Leafwrap Lambus, you're going bye-bye. Standing joke, Leafwrap Lambus always gets kicked away to the cave, and then Erkenbrand defends the Wraith.
Alright, and no damage there. And I will have Glorfindel go ahead and kill that Mordor orc. And put 1 progress on the White City.
Okay. And now Erkenbrand and Irma will attack and kill the Morgul captain, placing the excess damage on there and putting 1 progress on the fire-filled trench from the Wraith on Wings.
Oh.
Because the excess
Actually,
damage...
my progress should have gone to the fire-filled trench. Well, you killed the captain first.
Yeah, and then that put the progress on, and then the excess damage killed off the Wraith.
Wraith is dead, and that puts 5 progress on White City besieged. Too bad I couldn't kill my captain. He would have progressed.
Well, I'm gonna put a secret vigil on it, so we can lower the threat. So if you'd killed yours, I would have left mine up and just killed the Wraith.
Alright. I'm going to use my contract to heal.
Yeah, I'll do the same, just to strip off that point of damage.
Okay. Not forgetting this time. 2 damage to Minas Tirith for the 2 enemies in the staging area.
Sounds about right. And shouldn't Aragorn be down this round?
He will be joining us at the beginning of the quest phase.
Right. Okay then, so let's have a look. What have I got in my hand? Oh, another 4 hammer. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to spend 1 for a secret vigil on this guy. Sorry mate, but you're not going to be in Valor for very long. Then I am going to spend
We
2.
forgot the archery last round too, but
Yeah,
we would have healed it.
Yeah. And then...
Lots of triggers to remember in this quest.
Yeah, just a bit. And that's me done.
Alright. I am going to play my golden belt from the top of my deck onto Gandalf. And then use the wizard pipe. Swap Elrond's council on top of my deck. And pay for, let's see here, discarding the Staff of Lebathron to give Denethor an Armored Destrier.
Why do you need to do that? You've got a golden belt on there, so you didn't need to discard anything from Denethor.
He's got Ancestral Armor, Shining Shield, and Gun Range Shield. Those are all restricted.
And golden belt.
Yeah, so Armored Destrier is number 4.
Yeah.
And the Staff is restricted too.
Right. Okay.
And so, beginning the quest phase. Corsair Fleet loses its last resource. And Aragorn hops off the ship, joining us at long last. Actually, that is restricted. Pretty much. Nothing there. And add an enemy. We don't need to do the wind revealed for the Orc of the Eye. So then, it's up to you to quest there, Grant.
Okay. Well, I'll send 13 again, and Earmark will kill. Right, should I start putting damage on the Moomak, or should I just wipe out this Orc of the Eye?
If you kill the Orc of the Eye, we're advancing to the next stage.
Right.
Which actually could be good, because we've got a lot of willpower.
Okay.
We might not have to do Assault anymore.
Okay, I'll kill the Orc of the Eye then.
Alright. Advance to stage 4. So Witch King leaves play. And we search the top 10 cards of our deck for an ally, which we know there's none. And we shuffle our decks. Goodbye, Elrond's Council. Oh, nope, we got it back on top anyway. And did you want to read the flavor?
Yeah, go on then. Horns, horns, horns. In the dark, Mindoluin's sides they dimly echoed. Great horns of the north, widely blowing, Rohan had come at last.
Okay, so now questing successfully places damage on enemies in play. And at the end of the quest phase, we go to stage 5.
Yep.
And one other thing I was going to ask you, Grant, are you sending Aragorn to the quest?
Yes, because he does not exhaust.
And this one's 8, does that include your Esquire of Gondor?
It does. Let's just double check. 3... Yeah, 7, 8, yep.
Alright, so you're sending... That's heroes with banner. Each other questing character. Not just heroes, so you're sending 15, 19 on your own.
That's respectable.
Yep. And I will send Gandalf and Glorfindel, because there's no reason not to. It's for 16 more, so we're requesting for 35.
Can you turn that down so I'm live streaming? Ryan? Thank you. Okay.
Alright. So, card number 1. Firefilled Trench. Card number 2 is City Wall. So we've just got 9 in the staging area versus our 35.
Sounds about right.
So we have 26 damage to distribute. captain is long dead, and a Mumak can only take 3 damage.
Yes.
So, and Gandalf, of course, gets a resource and readies for questing successfully, and we each get to lower our threat by 3.
Sorry, mate. I know you wanted to stay in Valor.
That's alright.
Think you can hear my keys.
For some reason, it's... Okay. So that's the end of questing. We advance to stage 5. We add the Witch King Sorcerer side face up. Staging area. And then we search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Fell Beast and attach it to the Witch King. Shuffle the encounter deck. And each other player reveals an encounter card. No Fell Beast in the encounter deck. I probably should have discard shuffled that.
Because of course we do.
Did you want to read the flavor on 5A?
And now the fighting waxed furiously on the fields of the Pellinor, and the din of arms rose upon high, with the crying of men and the neighing of horses.
Alright, so the Witch King and Shadow cards dealt to the Witch King are immune to power card effects. When an enemy attacks and destroys a character, deal 1 damage to Miss Tira. The stage cannot be defeated unless Aragorn is in play and the Witch King is in the victory display. If you defeat this stage, players win the game. Alright. So the Witch King is going to be engaging the first player every turn to make an immediate attack. And he gets boosted stats.
Okay then. So travel, shall we go up the city wall?
I kind of think we should go to the fire-filled trench, to be honest.
Okay.
So we might want to cancel treachery in the near future. And city wall will act kind of as a buffer. And I think we could handle the threat raise.
Okay. So the Witch King comes down to me.
And he immediately attacks. I can grab the cards. Actually, now I've drawn no one's cancel. Alright, so you get +2 attacks. He has the Mordor trait, so he's attacking for 9.
Okay. So that's 3 damage on Erkenbrand. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cancel that, so...
You can't. His shadows are immune to player card effects.
So they are.
Okay, then... Guess the question is, should I engage one of these Mumaks?
Well, next turn, you've got the Witch King coming to you.
That's true. And he's going to make 2 attacks. Yeah, let's just leave him up in the staging area. And I can take the 4 archery damage.
Okay.
Okay. I assume you don't want to engage the Moomac yourself.
No, I don't. I'll defend the Witch King's second attack.
No
Nothing.
shadow?
So 1 damage. Thank God I've got an extra 4 hit points.
Yep. So you're only halfway down.
Yep.
Alright, you attacking Mac at all there, Grant?
Yes, I will. I will attack for 7, 11.
So, looks like 4 damage.
Yep.
Oof. Alright, and then I'm going to use my contract to heal. And use Gandalf's staff to draw a card. End of the round, Minas Tirith takes 2 damage.
Okay, your first player.
Alright, well, let's see here.
And the ring wraiths now engage, either back in the staging area or engaged with you.
He returns to the staging area because of his fell beast.
Yep.
Thank you for reminding me.
Now, here's the thing you could do. You could always power evolve a Fell Beast.
Counts as a mount attachment. That's very true. And it just says the Witch King and Shadow cards
Oh,
are
wait.
immune.
Hang on. No, you can't because it's a condition,
Oh.
not a mount.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
My bad. I thought it was classed as a condition.
Yeah, actually, when I was playing the King's Quest this past weekend, the Dragon Scales attachment counts as a condition attachment. I did that trick where it was like, hey, I've got Ally Elrond. Let me discard this.
Yep.
Well, because I can, I'm going to Wizard Pipe Elrond's Council back on top, and then play Palantir of Orthanc onto Aragorn. Because, you know, he needs more artifacts. And that's going to be it for my planning.
Okay, for me, I am going to start off by giving Aragorn a round shield. Because I can. I am then going to spend 2 to draw a card. I will then spend 2 more to play Calabrian Stone onto Eowyn. Discarding a copy of Guthwine and raising Eowyn's willpower to 10. And that's me done.
Alright. Well, I will send Gandalf, Glorfindel, and Aragorn to the quest for, let's see, 1621.
And I will send Eowyn for 10, Eomer for 5, and he will spend 1 and attack the Moomac for 3 damage.
Okay, 3 damage.
Yep.
Alright. And so that is 17 more, so we're 38.
Yep.
Card number 1. We don't have any more beginning of the quest effects. Is a black dart. I don't. Oh, yes, I do have Test of Will. And it's not peril, so let's cancel that. Although I guess we could handle removing a hero from the quest like a Power of Earth, thank it.
It's up to you, mate. I mean, I think we should just. I think we should leave the Power of Orthanc until we actually need it for, like, Saruman's Voice or something. If you've got a way to deal with this now before it gets attached.
Yeah. Alright. We will just Test of Will that.
Why risk it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fair point. Card number 2. Pellinor Fields. Okay, so looks like we've just got 9, 13, 16, 20 threat the staging area.
Okay.
So we'll explore the fire-filled trench and still make 15 progress on the quest. Now I think we can travel to the city wall easily.
Okay.
No reason to prioritize the Pellinor field. And then the Witch King is going to engage me unless you wanted to optional one of the War Mumax.
Sure, I'll take a Mumak.
You don't have to. We've been questing over them just fine.
Yeah, I can kill one next turn, so it's 4 damage, so I'll take 2 here.
And I can take the other 2. Actually, not Denethor. That's a bad idea. Oh, you know what? Aragorn can take one. Okay. So I will take the Witch King, and he will attack. Denethor will defend. No shadow, no damage so far. And then during combat, Denethor will defend. So Minas Tirith is in play. I have to engage the orc, and he gets a shadow card.
I will defend that orc for you.
Thank you. And then once again, I forgot to give Gandalf his resource and ready him. And Shadow lifts, because it's not going to damage you. Okay, and then I can have Aragorn, Gandalf, and Glorfindel attack for 11 to put 4 damage on the Witch King. And make sure to use my contract to heal everybody. And I'll use my staff to draw a card. And I think we're ready to refresh.
Okay.
So, Minas Tirith takes 3 damage. I think I had to take 2 last time. I probably should have taken 1 more for the Witch King. So, I'm going to take 4 off. Okay. And then, next round.
Okay. I'm going to spend 1 for open the armory. Okay, grab that. I am now going to discard my Blade of Gondolin and spend 2 resources and play out Glamdring. So he's now attacking for 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's attacking for a base of 8. 9 went into the staging area. And yeah, I think that's me done.
Okay. Well, I will play my second golden belt. Actually, no, we're going to play it on Aowen.
Oh, thank you.
And then I played the top card of my deck. And so Ancestral Armor, I don't have the resources for. Yeah, the staff hasn't been that crucial for discarding shadows or anything, so use it to give Denethor a resource. Pay 4, and so we get Ancestral Armor. Oh, yes, can go with Gandalf. He's got the noble trait. So now Gandalf can defend for 5 and have a couple extra hit points to soak things with.
Okay. And I forgot at the end of the last round I was going to use my contract to heal up. So I'll just do that there now. There we go.
I was kept thinking, it's like, there's something that Grant should be doing at the end of the before the refresh here. What was it?
Yep.
Okay. And that will be it for my planning.
Okay, so are we ready to quest?
Yep, no more beginning quest effects, so...
Okay, well I will just quest with Irma for 5, and I will attack and kill off that Mumak in the staging area.
You don't want to send Aragorn?
Oh, I'll send Aragorn as well, so that's 10.
11 because of Banner.
Yeah, I'm not sending Eowyn because I need Eowyn to defend the Witch King.
Alright, so the Mumak here is defeated, so we each get to drop our threat by 4.
Yes, we do.
I keep getting close to that Valor level, and then back down.
And I keep pulling you back.
Oh, that's okay. Alright. And I will send Gandalf Glorfindel for 17, thanks to the banner. So we are 28. Oops. He doesn't exhaust a quest. What was I thinking? Card number 1. The Siege Tower. And then Dread and Despair. So this is my peril. Discard an ally control, which I have none. So it's just doomed 1. Okay, so it looks like we've got 10, 12, 16 in the staging area. We make 12 progress.
Sounds about right.
So that means we add 8 to the quest for 23. And actually, the city wall was the active location last time. And we had 3 enemies in the staging area. it wouldn't have been discarded, but Minister should actually have 3 more hit points. Alright. That's explored.
Okay.
Travel to the siege towers so we don't have the archery.
Yeah, I think you can deal with the enemy, can't you?
Yeah,
Yep.
do that. Alright, so shuffle that back in. And we get a Mordor orc. That's perfect. Alright, so the Witch King is forced to engage you, but before that, I will optional the Mordor orc.
Okay.
And then the Witch King comes down to you, immediately attacks.
Umbran defends.
So, oh, he's just +1 attack on this.
Oh,
I think we display that because it's Mordor trait, and the Witch King is Nazgul sorcerer. Just assumed. So, damage.
Yep. And then your defenses. Oh.
Oh, that. Now we go to the regular combat.
Yeah. So I will defend with Eowyn this time, using the golden shield, so she has got 11 defense.
Nice. Discard a non-objective attachment.
Okay. Well, Rodder the Steward, you've been fun, but you're not needed.
Alright, so now my defenses. Denethor, defend the first orc, discard the shadow from the second. For damage to the hero, which is definitely not going to. And then he can easily defend the second without any trouble.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do this in style. Raise my threat by 3. Trigger Eowyn. Eowyn is attacking with 1, 2, 3, 4, 13 attack for this attack. So there's 13, 21, 23, 27 attack.
So 20 damage.
Yep.
Very nice. Alright, Witch King and his Spell Beast are gone. So now Aragorn is in play, the Witch King is in the victory display, and we defeat the stage.
You win the game, I think, isn't it?
Yep.
So, that was our epic slog through Pellinor Fields. Resolution: add 1 copy per player of Wraith on Wings to the campaign pool. The players have earned those burdens if Esquire of Gondor and Esquire of Rohan is in play, is attached to a hero. The controllers have earned them boons, which they are still in place. So,
Which I typed those in earlier and they disappeared from the campaign log for some reason. So, Gandalf, Esquire, Rohan, and no, Eowyn is the Esquire of Gondor.
yeah. So, join us next time where we are meeting back up with Frodo and friends.
To the Tower of Cirith Ungol.
Yes. The dreaded path through the Morgul Vale. So, until then, happy questing.
Thanks, everyone.